I'll go with y'all.
Hey, my class, check in, come sit.
Process for your junior year. Congratulations. All right. Important information. Required classes your junior year. I see some of you have your pink enrollment sheet. Can you pull those up if you have it? Okay. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You will get it from your advisory teacher at some point throughout the week. Okay. This is where you will choose the classes you want to take next year, okay? You'll make those X's. You guys have already done this once last year when you were preparing for your sophomore year, and you get to do it again for your junior year. So, required for your junior year, you have to take English, okay? We have 4 years of English. You can choose either regular junior English, or if you're on that pre-AP track, you can take AP Language and Composition. You also have to take U.S. history. Right now you're all taking world history. Next year you're going to take U.S. history. For math, talk to your current math teacher, and if you don't know what your next math class is, but it's probably going to be Algebra 2, it's going to be geometry, some of you might be going into pre-calc, it's going to be somewhere in that range. You also need to take a science. Most of you are taking biology. If for some reason you're not, you'll take biology next year. Assuming that you are taking biology, if you're going to a 4-year university, you're thinking, I'm going to go to KU, I'm going to go to WSU. We recommend that you take chemistry or physics. It's not required, but it's highly recommended. If you're not on a path to go to a 4-year college, we offer some other sciences, astronomy, botany. If you're down kind of the track, you're thinking healthcare, human A&P, or biology too. Those are really good options for you. There's lots to choose from. And you should also consider getting some of your year-independent electives out of the way. So if you haven't done speech yet, you could do college credit speech or regular speech. If you haven't done your social studies elective yet, maybe consider taking psychology, things like that, so you don't have to worry about it your senior year. Some new classes, newer. Some of these were offered this year, but they weren't on the paper when you guys enrolled last year, so you might not be aware that we have them. Brand new this year, we're offering world geography. So if you haven't got your social studies elective out of the way and you're interested in that, that's going to be a new offering. We are also offering music appreciation. That is for dual credit. If you're getting a 4-year degree after high school, pretty much any program you go into is going to require a music appreciation and art appreciation, something in that regard. So this would be a good one to get out of the way. We have photo imaging and graphic design. Those are new in our art department this year, taught by Ms. Arzola and Mr. Pacina. So if you have questions about that, go see the art department. Ornate print design, that's a new class we're bringing back next year. We're really excited for it. It is where you get a little bit of business side of things, and you also get some art stuff where you're printing t-shirts and mugs and things like that, banners.
And ornate print design's not on your sheet. Found out about it late, so if you're interested in that one, just write it in. Okay, you will have had to have, actually I don't even know how many prereqs on that. I think you have to have had at least art design, maybe graphic design. It'll be in Zello what you have to have.
And yeah, it'll be available in Zello, and just write it in on your sheet if you want to take it. We offer an agriculture block focused either in plant or animal science. That's not here at the school. You'd either go to Sedgwick or Newton. We're not really sure, but that's available on there. Culinary arts is now going to be a year long, so if you've taken culinary essentials and you've enjoyed that class, culinary arts might be a great option for you. Another great option for you upcoming juniors is our college and career readiness course. And I have Miss Lane here. She's going to come and talk a bit about that class, and that way you kind of know what you're getting into.
Thank you, thank you. All right, guys, I teach college and career readiness, and this is one of the only classes in the building that is geared only towards juniors and for juniors planning on going to college. That's what it's for. The class focuses on getting a good ACT score, so we practice with an online program for the ACT. We also pick a college, we look into that, we look for scholarships, possibly apply for scholarships, we learn about housing for college, how to find that. So it's just setting up those years of college for you. These are the things that you should be doing your junior year if you are college bound. You need to know what colleges you might be interested in going to. You prepare and take the ACT, and that will happen in February when you take the ACT next year. You prepare for that. You're going to take some college visits to see where you want to go to school, narrow down your choices. Start looking for scholarships. Those scholarship deadlines typically are in the fall of your senior year, and you've got to know what you have done or need to do for those scholarships. Maybe you need to pick up some community service hours, maybe you need to raise your GPA. We're going to look at that, or you need to look at those. You'll prepare your scholarships and even possibly start on those essays. You'll get prompts and what you need to write on those essays. Know your due dates, when you need to apply for college, when you need to apply for housing. And last of all, that prepare and retake the ACT is on there again, because your first score is probably not going to be your best score. So you're going to want to ideally improve that. Now, college career readiness goes through all of that. We do all of that in one semester for you. You go to the next slide. That prepare for the ACT twice is up there because test day is payday. I know that sounds really cheesy, super cheesy. You guys have heard about scholarships. I don't know if you know ACT. Your score, if it's good, it gets you money. Can I have my 7th hour class stand up for me? 7th hour, stand up. Stand to me. All right. These people in here, say they applied for our community scholarships that we offer at Valley Center High School. One of them wins it. Only one of them. Who is it? Who's going to win it? Yeah, Nick. It's Nick's win. Sit down, everybody up there. Nick's standing. Nick got that money. He gets $2,000 one time, and that's it. Can you guys stand back up now? 7th hour back up. Instead, you take the ACT, you do well on the ACT, and you earn dollars that you get every year repeatedly. You get a decent score. I'm looking at Wichita State here. Without fees, it's $7,529. With a 21 to a 23 on your ACT, your tuition is only going to be $5,500. How much saving is that? $2,000 a year, not just one time. So if Nick only got his $2,000 one time, you're going to get it your freshman year, your sophomore year, your junior, your senior. And as you see, the higher your ACT score, the less you're going to be paying for college over the whole time. Yes? Where the money's at? Test day is? Payday. Yeah. If you would be interested in working on those ACT scores, sign up for College and Career Readiness. It's an online program that we do, and then you have access for a full year. Thank you guys for standing. Alright, some other questions you guys might have about enrollment. Going into your junior year, that really opens up the world of college credit. Some of you might be taking psychology or sociology this year, which you could get for dual credit. Next year, we have way more classes, right? You could be taking pre-cal, calculus, psychology, sociology. We have that college credit speech, music appreciation. Some of our science classes are for college credit, human A&P, biology too, things like that. We recommend that you kind of focus on the big 5, which we would say is college English. That would be your senior year. College algebra, if you're taking
Algebra 2 next year, you can take that your senior year. There's college credit speech, okay? Psychology.
The English is 2 classes.
English
Comp 1
is
and
2
2.
classes, yes. Comp 1 and Comp 2. The classes are typically about $150. Okay, so that's a lot cheaper than what you'll pay when you actually go to college. So this is a great opportunity to knock out some of your high school credit, get some of those college classes out of the way that you need, and pay a lot less money. Some of them do require a specific score on the ACT or a GPA, but if you have questions about that, you can email your counselor. College study. This is not very common for juniors, but sometimes it's a possibility. If there's a college class that you really want to take and we don't offer it here via our dual credit, and you find that class, you can enroll in it, you can show us proof of enrollment, and we will put you in college study where you work on that class during 1 hour of the day with Mr. Shelton. If that's something you're considering, you can't enroll in any college classes until the fall, so there's nothing you can do or mark on your sheet or put in Zello, anything like that. It's something we'll deal with come August when you guys return. Off-campus college blocks. This is the first year you guys have this opportunity. On the back of your pink sheets, if you do have those, that is where we've listed all of our off-campus block programs. If that is something you're interested in, circle that on the back of your sheet and a counselor will call you in, okay? You do have to have 4 hours out of your day available. So you're only here for 3 classes, and then you're gone the other 4 hours at WSU Tech working on your block program. These block programs, they will help you if you are interested in kind of a technical 2-year field. If you're wanting to be a veterinarian, okay, an actual veterinarian, for example, doing the veterinary assistant program at WSU Tech is not going to help you into that field, okay? If you're looking at a 4-year degree, these are probably not for you. These are for kids that are thinking, I'm going to go to a 2-year school, I'm going to get my stuff done, and then I'm going to go into the workforce. Okay? Again, if you have questions about these, contact your counselor and they can answer your specific questions. Office aid, library aid, peer mentor. These are really popular choices for youth, okay? However, you have to apply for each one. If you are interested in being an office aide, you need to go to the office and you need to fill out an application. If you're interested in being a library aide, you need to go see Miss S in the library and fill out an application. Peer mentor, that is not a TA, okay? If you're interested in doing peer mentor, that is like working in a math class because you think you're pretty good at math and you think you could be helpful to maybe some incoming freshmen in their pre-algebra class or something like that, okay? If you want to do peer mentor, you'll mark that on your pink sheet and you'll be sent an application and you'll fill out that application and that's how we will determine those spots.
Check your email.
Yes, absolutely check your email. Do not mark office aid or library aid on your pink sheet or put it in Zello if you did not fill out the application. You will not get into that class and then it's just going to roll to your alternate. So you're essentially wasting a pick of an elective if you put that on your sheet and you don't bother to fill out the application. Does that kind of make sense? Yes? Advanced weights and lifetime fitness. If you're interested in those, applications will be sent out. I think with advanced weights, if you check weights on your strength and conditioning on your sheet, you'll just be sent an application. If you want to apply to go into advanced weights, you'll fill out that application and we will move you into that class. Lifetime fitness is another one that you will, if you mark on your sheet, you'll then be sent an application and you will need to fill that out. So if you're marking those classes, be looking for those applications. Most of you will have no problem doing this, okay? You've done it your 8th grade year on Zello. When you guys came in for your freshman year, I don't know if you remember, we came down to your science classes and we helped you guys do your Zello. You did it last year in your advisories to prepare for this year, and you guys will do it again. If you transferred from another school at some point, you'll probably be okay. There might be some discrepancies in your Zello. If you notice anything, again, contact your counselor. Modified classes, if you don't know what those are, it's because you don't need them. Those are already, they should already be uploaded in your Zello, but again, if you think there's something wrong there, contact your counselor. fail a lot of classes, okay, a lot of English, math, science, social studies, you'll notice in your Zello that you're going to be forced to enroll in all of those. So when you're filling out that pink sheet, if you're confused on what to choose, my best recommendation is to open up your Zello and be looking at that as you're trying to mark those X's on your sheet, because the Zello will tell you exactly what you need to enroll in.
I just thought about choir classes. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yes, choir. You can mark what you think you might be in. Like if you are currently in Madrigals and you're probably think you'll be in it again next year, you can go ahead and mark that. We will enroll you guys in your choir classes after there's the tryouts, I think, in May. Mr. Sin does that. He then sends us a list of rosters. It says who's going to be in what choir, and we will manually move you into that class. So again, just because you choose it, if you've never taken choir and you mark madrigals on there, and then you don't try out, you're not going to get madrigals, okay? So just make sure you're doing the follow-up for some of these classes. Zello. We talked about it a bit. You guys should be familiar with it. This is what it looks like. Most of your guys is going to look like that picture right there. You'll add your English, you'll add your math, you'll add your science, you'll add your social studies. When you click on those buttons, it should pull up the options of what you can take. So when you put add English, it's probably going to say, do you want regular junior English? Do you want AP college and composition? Do you want modified English? And you will choose your English from there. And then you'll just click through and fill that out. If you have any year independent requirements left, those are going to be in purple. Like right there, it says add speech. That junior still needs to take speech. That might be something that you want to go ahead and take care of. Otherwise, you're going to be forced to do it your senior year. And then make sure you add your 4 alternatives. Choose your alternatives like wisely. There's a good chance you might be in an alternative, so don't just pick random things and not put any thought into it, because again, the odds that you end up in at least one of them is quite possible. When you are done, on your pink sheet, okay, you should have 14 X's. These are the 14 classes you choose, right? 7 first semester, 7 second semester. If there's 2 lines, 2 little lines next to the class, it's because it's a 2-semester class, so it's going to take up 2 of your X's. If there's only 1 little line next to it, like culinary essentials, right, that's just a 1-semester class, that takes 1 of your X's. So 14 X's and 4 A's. The A's are your alternatives. Again, you might be in an alternative, so make sure you're choosing those wisely. You need to have that sheet filled out. You will sign it and your parents will sign it, and you need to return it to your advisory teacher by February 21st. Okay? That's about 2 weeks away, 2 weeks from this Friday, so a little over. You also need to get into your Zello course planner and choose those classes and have those submitted, again, by February 21st. Okay? If you have any questions about enrollment or you're having any issues, the best way to get a hold of us is to email us. We will probably get back to you very quickly. We check our email about 5,000 times a day. So email us. If we can't solve it via email, we will send you a pass. We will call you down. We will get it figured out. Okay. What questions do you guys have for us?
Hey, real quick add-on about anyone who's interested in doing like college sports, potentially. A lot of like different divisions at the collegiate level for sports have certain like course requirements or class requirements that you have to take in order to be eligible to play sports at the college level. So if you feel like you're someone who could potentially go D1, who could go D2, talk to your counselor. We essentially have these like Google spreadsheets where we keep track of like what classes you've taken and like all the classes that you need in order to be eligible for Division 1 or Division 2 and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that as well, reach out to your counselor. GPA in core classes is really important for that. So even though you guys are just sophomores, you definitely want to start padding your GPA with some A's and B's if you want to go play collegiate sports.
Other questions? I did post on Google Classroom those slides that Ms. Lang shared about that college and career readiness class. If you want to go back and look at those again, that is a great class. I also posted a video trailer that Mr. Miller made about our teaching as a career class. If you are at all interested in the field of education, it's a wonderful class you can take, and you can take it for dual credit, and you can get that introductory to education class out of the way in high school, so you don't need to take it when you get to college. If you have any other questions about the electives that are on there, you're like, what is this? Go to our counseling page on the school website, and you can pull up the curriculum guide, okay? Most of you probably haven't ever looked at that, but it's a book. You find the class, it tells you the description and everything you would want to know about it. If it has any prerequisites, anything like that, it can all be found in the curriculum guide. Your advisory teachers are amazing resources, okay? So if you ask them, if they don't know the answer, I'm sure they will work to find it. Any other questions? Okay, you guys are just going to hang out in here for about another 5 minutes. And then...